guys, welcome to Alice and Anna. My name is Anna and this is Charlie. And today we are doing a guide on how to save money when you live in London. So Charlie over here is very excited to be in the video, as you can see. He has been cuddly all morning, so we're doing belly rubs while multitasking and shooting this video. Living in London is expensive. I mean, any big city, to be honest, is expensive. But I don't live in any other big city except London. So I know how to budget and be super money conscious where I can save money, but I know specific tricks for London. So I have this list. And even though it's super useful in December because we're spending a lot of money on gifts rather than rent, it's useful year-round because all of this applies year-round. So let's get started. So obviously you should start with where you live. We have a video on how to rent in London, so it all comes down to the area that you live in. You choose that is very much up to you, but if you save money on rent, obviously that money goes to your living expenses. And if you save money in your living expenses, then you can put that money towards rent, or you can save on both. I prefer being somewhere central-ish, not fully central in London, because it's too busy, much more expensive, but I like being close enough where it's not a hassle to go in, and I can even walk if I want to get there. So we live south of the river and we're very happy with it. Like, we get a better apartment for a cheaper price. So it's a new building rather than an old building, and we're saving money on that front. So we can use it in our living expenses or saving it into our accounts, which is good. Charlie's looking for food. That's what he's doing. But that one, I won't go much into it because I think that's very personal. It depends on the area that you want, the area that you're studying in, or the area that you're working in, so I can't really help you out much with that. However, that area does feed onto what my next point is, which is Tfl Services. So the public transport here is really good. It takes you absolutely everywhere. So getting a travel card works really well. If you live far away from where you work or where you study, obviously a travel card is going to be so useful because, I mean, as a student, you get a percentage off. So for example, for a month travel card, I pay, I want to say £100, if not 130, but I'm pretty sure 130 is the full price for the zones that I picked, which is 1 to 2, which is the zones that I really just move in. It's the zone where I work and I study and I live. I have unlimited travel at all times, so off peak and during peak hours. And usually if I don't actually have my travel card, I would spend about 150 a month on traveling. So I'm saving £50 each month just by buying a little card. You do have to apply for those, just in case. I'm just gonna cover it. But basically, you get a little card with your face on it. It does cost £20 to apply to this, but you only pay that once, and that's it. You always top up online on your account, and you just have a travel card. So you just tap in and tap out everywhere you go, and you're saving money. If your expenses don't come up to the full price of your travel card, so let's just say you're not a student, so you have to pay a full 130 a month, and you notice that you never spend that amount of money, you always spend like £100, 120 if you tap with your card, what I would suggest is getting an Oyster card and a rail card. So the rail card is something that you can use on actual trains that are like leaving the country and you get great discounts. So for traveling is super useful. Probably not so much right now with coronavirus, but when lockdown eases, it's really nice because you don't have to fly out of the country to actually go travel somewhere, and the trains are really good. However, it also gives you a discounted price on tap as you go with your Oyster card. So if you buy the rail card and you buy your Oyster card, you just go to one of the officers in like the kiosks or whatever at the entrance of the tube stations, and you link it to your Oyster card. So you can tap in and out with your Oyster, you just have to top up there, but it will always automatically like discount you some percentage. I'm not sure what the percentage is, but it's at least 10% off. So that helps you save even more money. So you have those two options, and the rail card is really great. I've used it a lot. Now, as a student, you don't pay any taxes. You don't pay council tax. When you work, you have like this massive cap of salary where you actually start paying taxes. So always keep track if you're working on your taxes, because monthly I always go over my cap. So they do take some taxes off of me from the national insurance. However, every April the fiscal year is ending. So they send me a letter and they tell me that they owe me money because yearly I'd never reached my cap. So I get like a little tiny bonus, which is really nice on April's. And you need to keep a track of it, because if you're a student and you're not getting anything back, chances are you're in the incorrect national insurance code, which is the incorrect tax code. So just keep an eye on that. If you're getting those letters for like getting some money back, just check how much and check your paychecks to see that it kind of adds up, how much they took from you and how much they're giving you back. And you can always ask them if you feel like they owe you more money or something like that. Something that is a taxing but also not a taxing is the TV license. So if you watch anything like BBC programs, like TV, you need to have a TV license or you can get fined like thousands and thousands of pounds. We have a TV, but we don't pay TV license. We only watch Netflix, Amazon Prime, Disney Plus. So we don't actually watch the BBC programs, and it's something that saves us a lot of money. I don't know how expensive it is, but it's a really big risk if you're just watching those because you can access them. But if someone fishes that you don't have a TV license under your account, I think they even take you to court and stuff. Like it's heavy. So I just avoid that expense because, to be honest, they have great shows and everything, but I'd rather save that money and watch something else on Netflix, if that makes sense. And I don't like watching news or anything like that, so I don't watch anything live. So for me, it's not that big of a deal. So that's pretty much that for me. I think it's a great like money saving thing. Now the TV license thing applies to everyone. It doesn't matter if you're a student or not. My next advice for saving money does only apply to students, which is uni days and student beans. Those are like the two biggest platforms to get like student discounts online or on restaurants, and they are fantastic. I've saved so much money through them. The one that I use the most is probably Uni Days. I feel like it has the best brands, but you should always check on both because they always have discounts going on. But the biggest thing that might help you, and I feel like students don't take enough advantage of, you have food on this and you click on it and you have stuff like Ask Italian, Uber Eats, Bella Italia, which is a restaurant, Las Iguanas, it's a restaurant, Hello Fresh, Domino's Pizza, Franco Manca, Shake Shack. Like, you have so many discounts on this for actual food. So if you're meeting your friends, you can always just go and meet at a place like that. You just need to read the conditions because it's like Sunday to Thursday or something. So like Fridays or Saturdays are not included. You can still meet them for some dinner and get really good food at a discounted price. So I don't feel like enough people know about that one. You should exploit it as much as possible. Another thing that I feel like people waste a lot of money on is supermarkets. So there's a bunch of things that entail shopping for food. First of all, don't go to the expensive ones. Like, don't go to Waitrose, don't go to Whole Foods, unless you're looking for something super specific that you can only find there. Aldi, Lidl, Sainsbury's, and Tesco are my favorites to shop at. Those, I would say that you get the best prices for the products that you're buying. You don't have to waste money in a Whole Foods for an apple that you're gonna have the same one at Sainsbury's for half the price. Be mindful of where you're going shopping, and also try to stick to the same one so you can collect points. So I have a Nectar card, which is basically like the Sainsbury's one. Sainsbury's is close to me, it's cheap enough, and it has this point system. So sometimes I can eventually pay my groceries with points. If you stay consistent on where you're buying, you can get a lot of rewards like that. So just try to stick to that. And also, most supermarkets have great ready meals that are really, really cheap. So if you don't want to cook, instead of eating out, you can buy a ready meal that is a lot cheaper, or buying meal deals. For my lunch breaks at work, meal deals are heavenly because they're £3 and I am eating a pack of chips, a drink that I want, and like an actual main. So meal deals, don't knock them. They're really good ones. There's from pasta to salads to like sandwiches and wraps. Like, it's really, really like a complete variety of stuff. So like, don't knock it, okay? I'm a firm believer of meal deals. Make sure that you're buying consciously. You're not overbuying ingredients. You're buying the ingredients that you're gonna cook for. Or if you are buying a lot of ingredients, make sure that you freeze them so that they don't go to waste. and you're not wasting money, because food that you're throwing away, it's not only food waste, it's also money wasting. So you're not saving money if you're buying the big pack of onions and then you throw half of them away. You're not saving money. Which brings me to the cook and don't eat out. So just try to avoid eating out as much as possible. Like, try and cook at home. I know that it's hard and I know that it's like very like unmotivating, but it really saves you a lot of money. However, if you are going to order food in on the Deliveroo app, there is a way to find out if there's anything that has promotions. When you pop in there, there's a place that says rewards or offers, and then like it goes by category. If you click on offers, it will show you like a range of restaurants around you. There's some sort of offer and it will tell you. So for example, there's a pizza place called San Marino that I've tried and it's actually really good. That if you spend £35, you get 25% off. So you can order 2 pizzas and get a lot of money back. So you're not spending as much. And you can always order with your friends, so you can invite them for a pizza party, just do some socializing, or you can split it with whoever you're living with, and so you always order in the same thing and you reach that discount. So something that actually saves a lot of money is something that I learned from my mom. Just accumulate points everywhere. Like, I have cards for Sainsbury's, I have cards for Tesco, I have like stamp cards from the coffee shop at the corner and like Cafe Nero and stuff. So if you're already going to be spending money in those places, you might as well get some rewards back. You can do it with Boots, you can do it with your supermarkets. Pretty much every coffee shop has some sort of reward system. So just try to find those, because eventually you get a free coffee, or you can pay an order with only points and you've already had to spend anyways. Those are my probably like proud mom moment, but for me they really have worked and I've saved a lot of money through that. They also sometimes, when you're part of that like card thingy, they automatically give you discounts, so you're saving money even when you're buying. It's great. When you live in London, there's this thing called the Pret subscription. So basically you can get 5 drinks a day. They all have to be 30 minutes apart at least. It's anything that a barista can do for free. And if you drink a lot of coffee or just hot chocolates, like smoothies, whatever you drink that a barista can do, like tea, get this. Because even if you just get 5 drinks a month, you're paying your subscription off. So the subscription is £20. I'm pretty sure you get the first month for free. So you always get like the trial, and you can see if you actually are drinking the amount of drinks that you need, but you literally only need to drink 5 to 6 drinks a month and you're already getting your money's worth. And if you drink a lot more, then, well, you're saving money. I would say though, don't fall into it too much where you start buying the food from Pret, because food from Pret, it's not very expensive, but it's also not very cheap. So don't overdo it with the food and try to get the free drinks as much as possible. And I shouldn't say that you should share it, because that's technically like illegal, I think, or like breaking the rules. But like if you have a housemate and you're both same gender or whatever, you can always have it in your phones, and then as long as they're 30 minutes apart, you guys can get 2 coffees a day for free. And then you just pay £10 each. But I didn't say that. Another thing where you can save a lot of money, it's your gym memberships or your like exercise classes. There's gyms that are super cheap and they already have free classes for you. So for example, Pure Gym and the Gym Group, they have gyms for £25 monthly. And if you're a student, they do like a student discount at the beginning of the academic year where you just pay an annual fee, and it is so much cheaper. But this is so much better than paying individual workout classes or a very fancy gym, because a lot of money can go into that when these gyms just have everything that you need, and they even include classes for free. So honestly, these gyms are amazing and you should consider them because you will save a lot of money there. The great thing about London is that there's so many exhibitions that are fully free. So you can do stuff, you don't have to stay at home all the time to save money. You can go out and you can go to the museums and see what exhibitions are on. You can also sign up to pretty much everything that has a cultural thing. So for example, the Royal Opera House, the Barbican, I'm pretty sure like the Tate Modern, all of those places offer like young people memberships that are free, but then you get discounted tickets. So for the Barbican, you can get £5 tickets to watch any movie. Royal Opera House, you can get £25 tickets, and you can like sit at the front and watch an opera, like a famous opera. You can do so much in London by joining these memberships that are free. They sound like a trap, but they aren't. You genuinely get so much out of it. I believe when you turn over 26, all those things are like out of reach. But for example, I'm pretty sure it's Odeon who has a like monthly subscription. So if you pay £13 a month or so, you can go to any movie that you want at any point. So you save a lot of money there as well. So just find, every place has some sort of reward system. So find that out and just calculate if it is something that you're interested in, or if you're not interested in, how much money are you actually saving? Because some of them are scams. So just try to get the free ones or the ones that you already are spending money on. So if you're already spending money on coffee, you might as well get the press subscription. If you're already spending a lot of money on tickets for the cinema, you might as well do the Young Barbican so you can buy cheaper tickets, or the monthly subscription where you can go to any movie ever. So like weigh your options and look at the like fine prints. I'm gonna say two last things, and funny enough, they contradict each other. So the first one is, there is great theater in London, like fantastic, top of the line theater. The West End is truly magnificent, and you can get very good last minute tickets. So if you want to go, let's just say right now, it is a Friday night and I'm like, what do I want to do? And I decide that I want to go to see Wicked. I could go online or to Today's Tix, which is an app, or just call any of those like ticket places, and I can probably find very cheap tickets pretty close to the stage, and I get to see this amazing show. So last minute bookings are really good for theater. However, my other tip, which contradicts all of this, is if you book online, chances are everything is going to be cheaper than when you book on the spot. So trains, Thorpe Park, or if you're going to buy food at the theater, pre-book it because it's cheaper than if you buy it there. So it's just these kind of things that you have to look at and compare. Pre-booking can really save you some money. And because it's London, pre-booking will make sure that you actually have a spot, because it's London, so everything is so busy and sold out. So just pre-book in advance, don't take any chances, and that's gonna help you out a lot. If you guys have any tips, leave them down below, because honestly, I will do anything to save money. I am broke right now. We do have a video about, you know, what every Londoner should have. So if you want to check that out, it's also linked down in the description below. And yeah, let us know if you have any questions. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to leave a like or subscribe to this channel, we would really appreciate it. And goodbye!